you was to tell me that Jethro had a mountain lion.
I tell you it's true. I sent Jethro to the root cellar, and when he didn't come back, I went to see what was keeping him. And there stood a great big mountain lion licking his chops. He had my baby boy right out from under his hat.
Is the truck gone?
Mountain lions don't eat trucks. They is flesh eaters.
I know that, but I figured if the truck was gone, that might tell us what happened to Jethro.
I told you what happened. He was ate by a mountain lion in the root cellar. Now, you gonna get your gun and shoot him before he eats the rest of the family?
It's kind of dark in that root cellar. What you seen might not have been a mountain lion at all.
I tell you, I seen him. There's a wild varmint in the root cellar.
We've been out here in Beverly Hills for going on to 8 years now, and the wildest thing we've seen yet is that movie star lives down the street.
Which one?
The one with the long blonde hair, wears them wild clothes and jewelry, walks with a wiggle. You know the fella.
I tell you, there's a mountain lion in my root cellar. Now, are you gonna shoot him or do I have to?
Quick as I have this cereal, I'll take a look.
How can you sit there eating cereal at a time like this?
It ain't easy.
My eyes. Fireman's eating your kinfolks and... Jen,
Now what?
where's Ellie? Maybe the mountain lion ate her too.
I sent Ellie out to get the morning mail. Now, will you sit down and get a hold of yourself?
Here's the mail, Pa.
Oh, fine, Ellie. Now, run fetch your pa's gun. He's gonna shoot that mountain lion in the root cellar.
You ain't gonna shoot Herman.
Herman?
Well, I got him yesterday at the animal farm. He's my new pet.
Some pet. He ate your cousin Jethro.
Herman wouldn't do that.
Well, he did, and your pa's fixing to shoot him.
Please don't, Pa.
Do what you have to do, kid. Kinfolks comes ahead of varmints.
You ain't gonna do it, are you, Pa?
Looks like the only thing I ain't gonna do for sure is eat this cereal.
Oh. Well, I'll give it to Herman. He just loves it. Herman, come get your breakfast.
You bring no man-eating beast in here.
He ain't no man-eating beast, Granny. See, he's just as tame as a kitten.
You get that vicious killer out of my kitchen.
Come on, Herman, with this scoop.
You see, Jed? I told you I seen a man-eating beast.
Yep. Now, if you'll fetch me another bowl, you'll see a man eating cereal. Looks like somebody has sent us the latest copy of the Silver Dollar City News.
Who was it?
Don't say. Well, doggy. Guess he's getting married.
Who?
Alverna Bradshaw's daughter.
Big Mouth Bradshaw?
Yep.
Are you telling me that the homeliest girl in the hills has got herself a fella?
Seems that way.
I don't believe it.
Read it for yourself.
Here it is, in black and white.
Yep.
Alverna's daughter is getting married.
Yep.
I don't believe it.
Afraid it's true, Granny.
You realize what this means?
I'm afraid it means I ain't gonna eat this cereal.
We've got to get Ellie Mae married right away.
Why?
Because Big Mouth Bradshaw is 2 days younger than Ellie. And if she gets married before your daughter, you're going to be disgraced.
No, I won't.
Well, think of Ellie. She'll die of shame.
Oh, I won't bother Ellie.
Think about Jethro. Why, he's a boy with a lot of pride. He's liable to leave home.
Not as long as we got victuals here.
And no joking matter. We've got to take Ellie back to the hills and get her married right away. There's no time to lose.
Why the hill?
'Cause that's where the men are the marrying kind.
Could we talk about this after I have my breakfast? I'm powerful hungry.
No, Jed. We've got to settle this matter right now. There's no time to lose.
Well, all right. You go next door and ask Mr. Drysdale, would he keep an eye on the place if we go back?
Good idea.
Granny, how about some milk? Oh, thank you, Uncle Jed.
Where you been, Jethro?
Into college.
Yeah, college, huh? Good for you. How long you been going?
This is my first day. See, I fell in with this here college crowd. They made me realize how much I've been missing.
Do tell.
Oh, yeah. See, even though I graduated sixth grade, there's still more I can learn.
I'm proud of you, boy.
Thanks, Uncle Jeb. It's fun, too. Real nice bunch of fellas. And talk about smart.
Any of them fellas unmarried?
All of them, as far as I know.
Well, you reckon you could fetch home one of them college fellas, introduce them to your cousin Ellie?
Fetch home a whole bunch of them. Then you can take her pick.
Well, I'll be just dandy. Well, look at that. Just enough cereal left for one more bowl.
Thank you, Uncle Jed. When you're hungry, ain't nothing like a bowl of cereal.
Ain't nothing like it as far as I'm concerned.
Melvin Drysdale here. Yes. What's the gold market doing there in London today? All right, buy me $5 million in bullion. Right. Now listen, Chauncey. Tell Onassis I'm prepared to invest $50 million in that Greek shipping deal. And tell that Dutch oil syndicate I'm ready with the $30 million they need. Right. Get back to me at the office. Okay?
Chief.
Yes, come in.
Excuse me, Chief. Granny's here, and she'd like to ask you a favor.
What is it?
Well, they're going on a trip, and they'd like you to keep an eye on the house and take care of Ellie's critters.
The answer is no. I am a bank president, not a caretaker. An international financier, not a zookeeper. And Granny's going to be told that right now. Go tell her.
Me? Well, why don't you tell her?
Miss Hathaway, I just told you. I am an international financier. I just invested $85 million by long-distance telephone. And I can't afford to argue with those hillbillies.
Why not?
Because it's their $85 million.
Morning, Mr. Drysdale. Did Miss Jane tell you the news?
She's going on a little trip. Palm Springs, Lake Arrowhead.
No, we's going to God's country.
Fort Knox.
No, we's going back home to the hills
What for?
to get Ellie Mae a husband.
Granny, there's plenty of eligible men right here.
Now, don't start that again. You've been yelling suey for the last 7 years, and you ain't got a hog to the trough yet. Now, we'll be leaving as soon as the truck is loaded, so you fetch our money over to us.
All of it?
Well, Ellie has got to have a dowry.
Granny, you don't want to go back to the hills with $85 million.
It's better than nothing.
Now, steady, Chief.
Do you realize if they take their money out of my bank, I'm ruined?
We'll think of a plan. Maybe
There's
we can...
no time to think or plan. This calls for action. Now.
Chief! What are you going to do?
I'm going to stab all 4 of them.
No!
Let go of me. They're not driving back to the hills.
Chief, come to your senses. You can't use that on the carpets.
I don't intend to. I'm going to puncture the tires on their truck. They'll have to get some out of a catalog. It'll take 3 weeks to get new ones.
Dad! Dad!
Here, Granny.
Are you still eating cereal?
It looks like it.
Well, make that your last bowl. Then let's get packed and loaded and on the road.
Oh, Granny, we might not have to go back to the hill.
What you mean?
Well, Jethro is fetching over a whole covey of nice young college fellas for Ellie to look over.
Jed, you have been beating these Beverly Hills bushes for 7 years. And what have you got to show for it? A bunch of beat-up bushes and an old maid daughter.
Granny, I think we ought to keep an open mind about this.
Come on, Jed. Let's pack up and get back to the hills.
At least let Ellie meet the boy. She might cotton to one of them.
All right. I've got a completely open mind about it. Of course, let's have Ellie Mae meet the college boys.
Good.
And as quick as she's met them, let's head for the hills.
Wow, this is a groovy place. All right.
Jethro. These is college students?
Yes, sir. Fetched him right off the campus. Oh, this here's my Uncle Jed.
Howdy.
Hey, man. How are you? Oh. This here is Mitch. He's been to 12 colleges.
Ah, it's a dandy record. What all did you study?
Study? They don't study. They protest.
Well, what do they protest?
Everything. You name it, they protested. They march up and down in front of the college holding signs.
Well, how about you? Ain't you learning nothing?
Oh, yeah. I'm carrying 3 subjects.
Oh, good, good. What are they?
Down with the dean, down with the faculty, and down with the regent.
You walk around carrying signs, too, huh?
Heck yeah. That's what college is all about.
Well, don't you go inside at all?
Starting tomorrow, I do. They's gonna let me bust down the dean's door and tie him up.
And why are you going to do that?
Because I'm part of the academic revolution. I'm fighting for intellectual freedom. I'm throwing off the shackles of the economic power structure and putting down you corporate entities and conglomerates. I have done solved my identity problem. I know where I'm going and who I am. I'm free to make up my own mind and do my own thing.
And what is that?
They ain't told me yet.
I got a couple of things to tell you.
Dad,
Yeah, Granny?
is them fine young college students you was bragging on here yet?
Stay where you are. I'll be right there.
Man, is that the chick you were telling me about?
Oh, yeah. That's my cousin Ellie. Hi, Ellie. I'd like to meet these 3 guys.
2 guys. I'm a girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you want to swing?
Cool.
Okay, let's split.
At last, a meaningful relationship.
Hey, would you like to go to college?
Well, yes, sir. I reckon so.
Come on, if we hurry, we can get there in time for the 12 o'clock cafeteria break.
Really?
Yeah, 12 o'clock, we're going to break the cafeteria.
Hey, wait for me. I'll help you break it, but let's eat first.
Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, Granny, you're still here!
Put me down, Mr. Drysdale. What's the matter with you?
Oh, I'm so happy to see you. I love you.
He was afraid you'd gone back to the hills to find the family beauty a husband.
I ain't looking for no husband. Now put me down. It's Ellie and me we're wanting to find a husband for. Did you fetch over the money?
Money?
Our 85 million. Where is it?
What? You can't withdraw any money today. You see, the bank is closed.
Well, you better come into the kitchen and explain that to Jim.
Chief, the bank is not closed.
If they withdraw 85 million, it will be.
Jim! Not another bowl of cereal.
That's right. Not another bowl of cereal. All right, Herman, come and get it.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, what's this ugly rumor about your going back to the hills?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it ugly.
And we've taken our money with us.
That's the ugly part.
Why?
Oh, I mean, there's a terrible risk involved. You might be held up and robbed.
You think so?
Well, only this morning, Miss Hathaway disarmed a desperate man right here in this neighborhood.
Really?
Yes. Threw him down, took his knife away from him as he was headed for your house.
Well, quite true. Terrible man. The moment his weapon was gone, he turned into a sniveling, whimpering cur.
You must be plumb tuckered, Miss Jane. Sit down.
Well, I did work up a bit of an appetite. Do you mind if I have a bowl of cereal?
Help yourself, and lots of luck.
I'll get you a bowl, Miss Jane. I'm glad to see somebody else getting some cereal. Jed has been stuffing himself all morning.
Mr. Clampett, let's sit down and talk this over.
Well, I'm pretty well set on going back home, Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, do you want that beautiful, sweet daughter of yours to marry some barefoot, ragged, slovenly, unwashed clod?
No, sir. That's the reason I want to go home. I want to get her away from them college boys.
College boys?
Yes, ma'am. Jethro is going to college, and he fetched home some boys to meet Ellie, but there wasn't a keeper in the bunch.
I didn't think Jethro could qualify for college.
Oh, yeah. He can march and protest with the best of them. Carries them signs higher than anybody.
Mr. Clampett, please stay here. There's no guarantee that you'll find a husband for Ellie back in the hills.
Ah! If Big Mouth Bradshaw can get a man, Ellie can get a dozen of them.
I kind of think we ought to give it a try. There's some mighty fine boys back around Bug Tussle, Silver Dollar City.
And besides, we's lonesome for the hills.
Mighty pretty back there this time of the year. Leaves turning.
Well, you'll come back right away, won't you?
I kind of like to do a little trout fishing with old Jim Owen. He knows where them big rascals hide out.
And you can go hunting and get me a brace of wild turkeys for Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving?
The best hunting is right after the first snowfall.
Oh, Jed, let's stay for a white Christmas.
Christmas?
You know, my favorite time of year back home is when the dogwood blooms in the spring.
Spring?
Hard to beat summer in them cool woods.
Summer? That makes a whole year.
That's right. Time sure flies in the hills.
Yeah, a year would only tease us. Let's just stay there.
Hi, everybody. Look, Paul. I'm a college girl now.
Where have you been?
Been in a protest march out to college.
Don't draft me? Where did you get that?
Well, I didn't have a sign to carry, so I took this away from a fella.
What happened to your pretty dress?
Well, I traded it for these groovy threads that I got at the Campbell Slop Shop.
Slop shop.
I think she means swap shop.
Come with me.
Where are we going?
Back home to the hills. You are gonna beat Big Mouth Bradshaw to the altar.
Hey, soul cousin. Did Ellie tell you about the raid on the college cafeteria? Wiped them out. Ain't got a bit of food left.
It sounds like a mob. How many were there?
Just me. Uncle Jed, baby, that college life is a gas. I mean, that's where it's happening.
Don't sound like you're happening to learn much.
Not true, old-timer. We's learning the 3 R's. Rioting, raiding, and ransacking. Poor old cat just don't dig. He's so far out, it's pitiful. I mean, come on, Dad. Like, get with it. Swing a little, Pops. Lay some skin on me.
You know, I might just do that.
Bless his sweet old heart. Marches to a different drummer. I ain't blaming you old folks. It's the generation gap. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm tuned in, turned on, and toned up.
Well, tune out, turn off, and pack up. We're going home.
Is he kidding? I ain't going back to the hills. I'm a college man. I'm gonna stay right here where I got intellectual freedom.
You're absolutely right, Jethro. You don't want to be a college dropout.
I sure don't. College is fun. There's lots of fellas and lots of girls. And quick as I can learn to tell them apart, it's gonna be a lot more fun.
Oh, there you are, boy. Let's get these bags on the truck.
There, now you hurry and pack whilst I put up some lunch for the road.
I ain't going, Granny.
What did you say?
I ain't going back to the hills. I want to stay right here and pursue my education.
Well, gee whiz, Jethro. If you don't drive the truck, then can't none of us go.
What's this? Not going back to the hills? Oh, what a shame. His hand away. Let's give the Clampetts a hand. Get these bags upstairs and unpacked.
You giving this any thought?
Yes, sir. Talked the whole thing over with Mr. Drysdale. I'm going to be a college graduate, just like him, and hold down a white-collar job.
Is that so?
Yes, sir. I don't aim to work with my hands, plowing fields and busting stumps. I'm going to use my head.
You go along with us, do you, Mr. Drysdale?
Mr. Clampett, honesty demands that I reply in the affirmative. This fine boy has a great potential. I'm proud of him. I believe in him. Oh, I only wish I had a boy just like him.
You got him.
What?
We're going to leave this fine boy, his great potential, with you. Miss Jane, could you drive us to the airport and get us on a plane to home?
Yes, I guess
Come on,
so.
Granny. Ellie Mae, let's go.
Now, just a minute. I didn't mean anything. Mr. Drysdale, let him go. Or can I call you Dad?
Nuts.
Okay. Come on, Nuts. You can fix victuals for me and the critters whilst we talk about my great potential.
say the population is 28?
Sure does.
Why, it's pretty near doubled since we left.
Yeah, seems like there's just no such thing as a small town anymore. Howdy, Shad.
Howdy, Mr. Heller.
Howdy.
How's Molly?
Fine and dandy.
Well, who was that, Chad? Dogged if they didn't look like the Clampets.
Thank you, Burl.
Enjoyed it.
Dandy ride.
Oh, Jed and Ellie Mae, just take a whiff of this mountain air.
Take it easy now. This clean stuff is going to take some getting used to.
Bye, Mr. Burrow.
Thank you.
All right.
I thought it was you, Clampets. Welcome home.
Thank you, Mr. Heller.
Good to see you, Shad.
Why, Shad, you old beaver. What happened to your beard? You trimmed it off.
Oh, I didn't exactly trim it, Granny. I got the pump in the forge too hard and it caught fire. Where's Big Jethro?
Well, Jethro stayed back in California. He's going to college now.
Well, do tell. What's he studying?
Well, as far as I can figure, it's mainly protesting.
Well, what's he protesting?
As far as I can figure, it's mainly college.
Then why's he going?
Shad, that's as far as I can figure.
Ed, we best get settled in.
See you later, Mr. Heller.
Yeah, see you at the fair.
Fair?
Is there going to be a fair?
Yep, big one right here in Silver Dollar City.
Oh, Jed, this town will be crawling with young fellas from these hills. Oh, Ellie, honey, I knowed this was the place to bring you to get a husband.
Granny, you're embarrassing Ellie Mae.
Oh, Shad's an old friend. He's known this girl since she was born. Jed, take this little girl in out of the sun before her baby skin gets freckled.
Don't look like nobody's gonna come and wait on us.
You don't for a fact. Give that bell a whomp, Ellie.
Yeah. What can I do? Well, we'd like it.
Ain't you Shorty Killen?
Yeah.
Hey, me. I used to go hunting with this rascal when we was boys. Shake hands with Shorty Killen.
Howdy, Mr. Kell.
Howdy, Ellie Mae.
I know, 'cause I don't remember you being that short.
I remember being this short myself. No wonder I'm sitting down. Yeah. Your face is commencing to come back to me now. Yeah. I remember you. You're
Jed Clampett.
No.
Yeah, I am.
No. I remember Jed Clampett. He's a much younger fella.
Well, now, Shorty, you ain't seen me in 25 years.
Yeah, they said. Jed Clampett. You old son of a gun. Oh, you fine and dandy. You ain't changed a bit.
Neither have you.
Where's you staying?
Well, we'd like to stay here.
You couldn't make a finer choice.
Well, now, all we need is 2 rooms. Granny and Ellie can double up.
2 finest hotel rooms in the county's right upstairs above us. They faces on the main street. There's got a porch and a balcony. There's 2 dandy beds in the room.
Perfect. We'll take them.
There's already 2. But there's 2 rooms in the back. Not quite as deluxe, but comfortable.
All right, we'll take them.
They's took 2.
What have you got?
Jed, I'm afraid the fair has just got a swamp. The hotel is booked solid, all 4 rooms.
Let me see if you can catch the buggy driver. We might need him.
Oh, yes, sir, Pop.
Jed, I got an idea. There's a show business act got them 2 front rooms. This year was fair. 3 acrobats or jugglers or some such out of Kansas City. Likely a wild bunch. I'll just put them up over at my house and give you them rooms.
Well, we don't want to turn nobody out.
Oh, I'd rather not have them fast, loose show people here in the hotel no how. At my house, I can keep an eye on them.
Well, that's mighty nice of you.
Hey, ladies. I'll have to ask you to pack up. You're moving over to my place. How'd you like to be gathering eggs and find them in the nest?
How about some more of that white meat?
That was my hand, and keep away from it. Here, your eggs. How about some ham to go with them?
And some more biscuits, too.
Nothing doing. I'm through cooking for you rotten kids.
Look who's calling us rotten. It's capitalist dog.
Fascist swine.
Reactionary fink.
Now watch it, fellas.
Don't call us fellas. This is a girl.
Oh, Mitch, this is the girl.
Big deal.
Hey, can I have some more eggs?
No, you can't. Why don't you and your freak-out friends go clutter up a campus?
We're still hungry.
So, Mug Howard Johnson. I got a bank to run.
Hey, Jethro, this establishment cat's putting us down.
Hey, establishment cat, are you putting us down?
How can I? You're already as low as you can get.
Let's get together a couple of hundred flower children and march on this cat's bank. And picket, protest, and demonstrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll show you we're full of love.
Right. You call that love?
Yeah, man. We love to picket, protest, and demonstrate.
Jethro, they'll wreck my bank. Talk to them.
I'm with them, Whitey. We's gonna get you honkers. We's closing you up, Mr. Charlie.
Jethro, that's not our bag. That belongs to another group on campus.
Oh, yeah. You done broke your last treaty with us. You stole our country and herded us onto reservations. Pale-face, speak with fork. Oh,
Jethro, come on, gang. Let's go down to his bank and organize a demonstration.
yeah.
Wait a minute, fellas. I mean, fellas and girl, you don't want to demonstrate against me. I relate to you. I dig you. I love you. I'm not a banker at heart. I'm a flower child.
Hello? Oh, yes, ma'am. Just a minute. Miss Jane wants to know how soon you're coming down to the bank.
Give me that phone. Now listen, you capitalist stooge. I'm not coming near that temple of greed. I've associated myself with a fine young group of strikers and demonstrators. And we say down with the moneylenders. Down with the dollar. We shall overcome.
Did I hear correctly? The president of this bank called it a temple of greed? Down with the moneylenders, down with the dollar? Why, I'll have that man arrested and charged with treason.
Oh, Mr. Parnell, wait.
The executive committee of the Bankers Association will meet in emergency session this afternoon to consider the fate of that seditious maniac.
Oh, Mr. Parnell, please, let me explain. Mr. Drysdale has been under a terrible strain. You see, his largest depositors have left town, and he's worried about losing $85 million.
You mean this bank has an unsound financial position as well as an unsound president?
Oh, no. They haven't withdrawn the money yet. In fact, Mr. Drysdale is hoping to leave today for Silver Dollar City.
That sounds like a Las Vegas gambling club.
Oh, no. Silver Dollar City is a little town. It's located back in the hills where the Clampetts came from, and they've gone back there to find a husband for Ellie Mae.
So, Granny, gonna come tell Bernie Bradshaw. Are you gonna scrap with her?
No, she ain't. There ain't gonna be one unpleasant word spoke.
But, Jed, I know Elverna. She'll lord it over me because Big Mouth is getting married ahead of Ellie.
Don't call her daughter Big Mouth. Her name is Victoria Rose.
Oh, please, Jed, don't make me face Elverna. She'll go to reviling me and abuse me, and I'll lose my temper.
Yeah, well, maybe you best duck inside. I know you got a short fuse.
And she's just the punk that can light it.
Clampett and little Ellie Mae.
Howdy, Miss Bradshaw.
I thought I saw Granny with you.
Well, yeah, she had a little shopping to do.
Oh, I have too. I'm going to pick up some material for my daughter's wedding gown.
Yeah, we heard about Victoria Rose getting married. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When the wedding gonna be, Miss Bradshaw?
The 31st of this month. That happens to be Big Mouth's Victoria Rose's birthday. Are you married yet, Ellie Mae?
No, ma'am.
Oh, engaged?
No, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sure you have lots of prospects.
Oh, no, ma'am.
What a pity.
But Granny says
Well, Ellie, I think we ought to be moving along. Well, nice to see you, Alverna, and lots of happiness to your daughter and the lucky young man.
Well, thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Bradshaw.
Toodaloo. Well, Granny.
Well, Alverna Bradshaw, of all people.
I just had a lovely visit with Mr. Clampett and that poor, sweet, unfortunate spinster granddaughter of yours.
Ellie Mae ain't no spinster. She's getting married most any day now.
Oh, really? To whom?
Well, you don't know the fella.
Neither does Ellie Mae.
What you mean?
She just told me she wasn't engaged and had no prospects.
Still think if Ellie Mae wasn't getting married, that I would have bought this material for her wedding dress?
Did you get that at the Emporium? Oh, you did! And that's the last bolt of white orchid in the whole county.
Is that a fact?
You did that for spite. Are you giving my daughter's wedding dress?
That's Ellie Mae's wedding dress.
It is not, and you know it. Ellie Mae ain't getting married.
She'll get married before that scarecrow daughter of yours.
She will not.
She will. Oh, heck.
Hi, Granny.
I don't want to talk about it. It's over and done with, so I don't want to talk about it. Well, ain't you gonna ask me what I don't want to talk about?
All right. What is it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Your move, Shorty.
She is the meanest, most spiteful woman that ever walked the face of this earth. And it won't do you any good to ask me who I'm talking about, 'cause I wouldn't soil my lips with the mention of her name.
Now, who can that be?
Alverna Bradshaw, and shame on you for dragging it out of me. Now that it's out in the open, you and me has got to see that Ellie beats that big mouth Bradshaw to the altar. Our honor is at stake.
I don't hardly think it is.
Am I the only one in this family with any pride?
No, but you're the only one who made a bet with Alverna Bradshaw.
Where'd you hear that?
All over town. You and Alverna drawed quite a crowd.
You ain't gonna let me lose, are you, Jed?
You and Alverna had no business making that bet.
Well, there's just so much golden a body can take. Would you like to be called a mealy-mouthed liar? A prune-faced old bag?
No, I wouldn't.
Well, neither did she.
I gotta leave for a few minutes. Would you keep an eye on the hotel?
Be glad to, Shorty.
Jed, you gotta help me win this bet. If I lose, Alverna Bradshaw gets to kick me clean to the top of Dewey Ball Mountain.
Granny, you got nobody to blame but yourself.
Oh, but Jed, Alverna's got a kick like a mule. And them sodbusters of hers is that big, with soles that thick. If she puts shoes on, she'll kill me. Ain't you gonna do nothing?
Yep. I'm going to write a letter to Jethro. Poor boy is out home there all by himself.
Jethro is fine. Mr. Drysdale's looking after him.
Come on, Mr. Drysdale, always wait. Beautiful, baby.
You see? I told you I was one of you. A flower child. Now, you're not going to demonstrate at my bank now, are you?
No, man, we couldn't bust a soul, brother. I guess we can throw those signs away.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Well, what do you say we hit some schools?
Hey, what about the military academy?
No, man, those cats fight back.
It's a girls' school in Wilshire.
That's it. Let's go.
I'll see you later. I want to write a letter resigning from the Bankers Association.
How you swinging, Daddy? Skin. Huh? Oh.
You're from the East, Mr. Parnell. You've never met Mr. Drysdale. But once you do, you'll see for yourself that he is every inch the traditional bank president. Dignified, financially responsible. Why, he's the very epitome of sound conservatism. Here's Mr. Drysdale here.
Who do you think I am?
Mr. Drysdale!
So, this is your conservative, dignified bank president. Who are you?
Chief, this is Mr. Ben Parnell, the new president of the Bankers Association.
Down with the dollar. Bust banking. Stamp out interest. Why, you...
Oh, here you are. Say, this is a dandy porch for sitting and rocking. You can see everything that's going on all over the town.
Sure can, Granny.
Where you been?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been down helping Andy Miller paint signs for the fair. It commences in the morning, you know.
Oh, I didn't know you was a sign painter.
Oh, I'm pretty good at painting pictures and such. I have put 'em up, too.
Elverna Bradshaw by Granny? Why, that miserable little wretch! Oh. Elverna Bradshaw side view. Oh, I'll fix her. I dare Elverna near the hotel. I double dog dare Elverna near the hotel. This way to hotel.
Ain't that Alberti Bradshaw heading toward the hotel?
Sure enough is.
Wonder how come?
Oh, I hope she ain't coming to pick a fight with me.
If she does, Granny, you can bust her foot. And she can't keep you up, Dewey Ball.
Ain't gonna be no fight, is there, Granny?
Oh, saints preserve us, no, Jed. Unless the woman provokes me to the end of human endurance, I'll speak only words of kindness to her.
That's a spirit, Granny.
Here I am, you miserable little knothead.
Please, Alverna, don't call Jed Clampett names like that.
I'm talking to you, Granny, you rat-faced little warthog.
She's provoking me, Jed.
True. But remember, a soft answer turneth away wrath.
Blessings on you, Alverna.
You come down here and I'll bless you from one end of town to the other. You chicken-livered, yellow-bellied little runt.
She provoked me again, Jed.
She did for a fact.
Peace on you, Alverna.
I'll break a piece out of you, you little buzzard.
She done it again, Jed.
Dogged if she didn't. She mean Monsieur one more time, I'm gonna have to turn you loose.
May the blue bird of happiness flutter over your head, Alverna.
Are you gonna come down here or do I have to come up and get you, you sniveling polecat?
That did it, Granny. Go get her.
Okay, busted foot Bradshaw, here I come.
She's crazy, she'll kill me.
Come and get it, you face.
Reckon Granny will catch her, pal?
Well, hard to say. Alverna's got longer legs, but Granny's moving hers faster.
The Journey of the Clampetts. Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. He was a poor mountaineer who barely kept his family fed through his hard work and dedication to the land. And then one day, while he was out hunting and shooting at some food to put on the table, something incredible happened. Up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is. Some call it black gold or Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed is a millionaire. The wealth was vast and life changed in an instant. The kinfolk gathered around and said, "Jed, move away from there." They all agreed that California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. They found themselves surrounded by swimming pools and movie stars. This was the beginning of the adventures of the Beverly Hillbillies. One morning, the quiet of their grand estate was shattered by a cry of alarm. "A mountain lion is at Jethro," Granny shouted with urgency in her voice. Jed looked at her with a calm but questioning gaze. "Granny, if you was to tell me that Jethro had had a mountain lion, I would find it hard to believe," he remarked. But Granny was insistent. "I tell you it is true," she cried out. "I sent Jethro to the roof cellar, and when he did not come back, I went to see what was keeping him. And there stood a great big mountain lion licking his chops. He had my baby boy right out from under his arm." Jed looked out toward the driveway and asked, "Is the truck gone?" Granny snapped back, "Mountain lions do not eat trucks. They eat flesh eaters." Jed nodded slowly and explained, "I know that, but I figured if the truck was gone, that might tell us what happened to Jethro." Granny was losing her patience. "I told you what happened," she insisted. "He was bit by a mountain lion in the roof cellar. Now, are you going to get your gun and shoot him before he eats the rest of the family?" Jed looked toward the dark opening of the cellar. "It is kind of dark in that roof cellar," he mused. "What you have seen might not have been a mountain lion at all." Granny would not be swayed. "I tell you I have seen him," she declared. "There is a wild violent in the roof cellar." Jed tried to reason with her by pointing out their history in the city. "We have been out here in Beverly Hills for going on 8 years, he said. "Now, the wildest thing we have seen yet is that movie star live down the street." Granny asked, "Which one?" Jed replied, "The one with the long blonde hair. Wears them wild clothes and jewelry. Walks with a wiggle. You know the fella." Granny ignored the comparison. "I tell you there is a mountain lion in my roof cellar. Now, are you going to shoot him, or do I have to?" Jed sat down at the table. "Quick as I have this cereal, I will take a look," he promised. Granny was shocked by his appetite. "How can you sit there eating cereal at a time like this?" she asked. Jed sighed and answered, "It ain't easy." Granny continued to pace. "Farmer is eating your kinfox and Jethro," she lamented. "Now what? Where is Ellie? Maybe the mountain lion ate her too." Jed remained calm and said, "I sent Ellie out to get the morning mail. Now, will you sit down and get a hold of yourself?" Just then, Ellie Mae walked in. "Here's the mail, Pa," she said cheerfully. Jed smiled at her. "Oh, fine, Ellie. Now run and fetch your pa's gun." Granny interrupted, "He's gonna shoot that mountain lion in the roof cellar." Ellie looked surprised and protective. "I ain't gonna shoot Herman," she stated firmly. Granny gasped, "Herman?" Ellie explained, "Well, I got him yesterday at the animal farm. He is my new pet." Granny was horrified. "Some pet," she exclaimed. "He ate your cousin Jethro." Ellie shook her head. "Herman would not do that." Granny pointed toward the cellar. "Well, he did, and your pa's fixing to shoot him." Ellie turned to her father with pleading eyes. "Please do not." Pa Jed looked torn between his daughter and his mother-in-law. "Do what you have to do, kid," he said softly. "Kinfox comes ahead of Herman." Ellie stood her ground. "I ain't gonna do it, are you, Pa?" Jed looked down at his breakfast. "Looks like the only thing I ain't gonna do for sure is eat this cereal." "Oh, well, I will give it to Herman. He does not love it. Herman, come get your breakfast." Granny jumped back. "I bring no man-eating beast in here." Ellie tried to reassure her. "There ain't no man-eating beast, Granny. Take me just this time as a kid." Granny pointed to the door. "You get that vicious killer out of my kitchen." Ellie sighed and led her pet away. "Come on, Herman. We had better skirt." Granny watched them leave and muttered, "Yes, he did. I told you I seen a man-eating beast." Jed looked at his empty spot and said, "Yep." Now, if you will fetch me another bowl, you will see a man eating cereal. Jed began to look through the mail Ellie had brought. Looks like somebody sent us the latest copy of the Silver Dollar City News, he noted. Granny asked, who is it? Jed looked at the wrapper. Does not say. Well, doggy, guess who is getting married? Granny leaned in. Who? Jed read the names. Alverna Bradshaw's daughter. Granny's eyes widened. Big Mouth Bradshaw? Jed confirmed. Yep. Granny was skeptical. Are you telling me that the homiest girl in the hills has got herself a fella? Jed shrugged. Seems that way. Granny shook her head. I do not believe it. Jed handed her the paper. Read it for yourself. Here it is in black and white. Yep. Alverna's daughter is getting married. Granny stared at the news. I do not believe it. Jed nodded. I am afraid it is true, Granny. Granny suddenly became very serious. Do you realize what this means? Jed made a joke. I am afraid it means I ain't gonna eat this cereal. But Granny was not laughing. You have got to get Ellie Mae married right away. Jed asked, why? Granny explained her logic. Because Big Mouth Bradshaw is 2 days younger than Ellie. And if she gets married before your daughter, you're going to be disgraced. Jed disagreed. No, I won't. Granny pushed further. Well, think of Ellie. She will die of shame. Jed knew his daughter better. Oh, it won't bother Ellie. Granny tried another angle. Think about Jethro. Why, he is a boy with a lot of pride. He is liable to leave home. Jed chuckled. Not as long as we have got victuals here. Granny slammed her hand on the table. No joking matter. We have got to take Ellie back to the hills and get her married right away. There is no time to lose. Jed asked, why the hills? Granny answered, because that is where the men are the marrying kind. Jed tried to delay. Could we talk about this after I have my breakfast? I am powerful hungry. Granny refused. No, Jed. We have got to settle this matter right now. There is no time to lose. Jed finally gave in. Well, all right. You go next door and ask Mr. Drysdale would he keep an eye on the place if we go back. Granny liked that plan. Good idea. Just then, Jethro walked in. Jenny, how about some milk? Jed offered. Jethro smiled. Oh, thank you, Uncle Jed. Jed asked, where you been, Jethro? Jethro answered with pride, been to college. Jed was surprised. Yeah, college, huh? Good for you. How long you been going? Jethro beamed. This here's my first day. See, I fell in with this here college crowd, and they made me realize how much I have been missing. Jed encouraged him. You tell. Jethro continued, oh, yeah. Even though I graduated 6th grade, there is still more I can learn. Jed nodded. I am proud of you, boy. Jethro thanked him. Thanks, Uncle Jed. It is fun, too. Real nice bunch of fellas. And talk about smart. Jed had an idea. Any of them fellas unmarried? Jethro thought for a moment. All of them, as far as I know. Jed suggested. You reckon you could fetch home one of them college fellas and introduce him to your cousin Ellie? Jethro agreed. Fetch home a whole bunch of them. Then she can take her pick. Jed smiled. Well, it will be just dandy. Jed looked at his bowl. Oh, look at that. Just enough cereal left for one more bowl. Jethro reached for it. Thank you, Uncle Jed. Jed watched him eat. Thank you, honey. Ain't nothing like a bowl of cereal. Ain't nothing like it, as far as I am concerned. Meanwhile, at the bank, Milburn Drysdale was busy on the phone. Hey, Delvin Drysdale here, he said into the receiver. Yes. What is the gold market doing there in London today? Uh-huh. All right. Buy me 5 million in bullion. Right. Now listen, Chauncey. Tell Anastas I am prepared to invest 50 million in that Greek shipping deal. And tell that Dutch oil syndicate I am ready with the 30 million they need. Right. Get back to me at the office. Okay? His secretary, Miss Jane Hathaway, knocked and entered. Chief? Drysdale looked up. Yes, come in. Miss Jane explained, excuse me, Chief. Brownie is here, and she would like to ask you a favor. Drysdale asked, what is it? Miss Jane said, well, they're going on a trip, and they would like you to keep an eye on the house and take care of Ellie's critters. Drysdale's face turned red. The answer is no. I am a bank president, not a caretaker, an international financier, not a zookeeper, and Granny is going to be told that right now. Go tell her. Miss Jane hesitated.
Me?
Well, why don't you tell her? Drysdale replied, Miss Hathaway, I just told you. I am an international financier. I just invested $85 million by long-distance telephone, and I can't afford to argue with those hillbillies. Miss Jane asked, why not? Drysdale sighed. Because it is their $85 million. Granny walked into the office. Morning, Mr. Drysdale. Did Miss Jane tell you the news? She is going on a little trip. Drysdale tried to guess. Palm Springs? Lake Arrowhead? Granny shook her head. No, we is going to God's country. Drysdale joked. Fort Knox? Granny corrected him. No, we is going back home to the hills. Drysdale asked, what for? Granny stated her mission. To get Ellie Mae a husband. Drysdale tried to convince her otherwise. Granny, there is plenty of eligible men right here. Granny dismissed him. Now, don't start that again. You have been yelling suey for the last 7 years, and you ain't got a hog to the trough yet. Now, we will be leaving as soon as the truck is loaded, so you fetch our money over to us. Drysdale was shocked. All of it? Granny confirmed. Well, Ellie has got to have a dowry. Drysdale pleaded. Granny, you don't want to go back to the hills with $85 million. Granny countered, it is better than nothing. Drysdale started to panic. Now, steady, steady. He whispered to Miss Jane. Do you realize if they take their money out of my bank, I am ruined? Miss Jane said, we will think of a plan. Drysdale was frantic. There is no time to think or plan. This calls for action.
Now.
Miss Jane asked, Chief, what are you going to do? Drysdale grabbed a letter opener. I am going to stab all 4 of them. Miss Jane grabbed his arm.
No.
Drysdale struggled. Let go of me. They are not driving back to the hills. Miss Jane shouted. Chief, come to your senses. You can't use that on the carpets. Drysdale stopped. I don't intend to. I am going to puncture the tires on their truck. We will have to get some out of the catalog. It will take 3 weeks to get new ones. Back at the mansion, Jed was still at the table.
Ed.
Granny called out. Here, Granny, Jed answered. Granny asked, are you still eating cereal? Jed looked at the bowl. It looks like it. Granny ordered. Well, make that your last bowl. Then let's get packed and loaded and on the road. Jed tried to reason with her. Granny, we might not have to go back to the hills. Granny asked, what do you mean? Jed explained, well, after all, we are fetching over a whole covey of nice, young college fellows for Ellie to look over. Granny was not impressed. Ed, you have been beating these Beverly Hills bushes for 7 years. And what have you got to show for it? A bunch of beat-up bushes and an old maid daughter. Jed kept his cool. Granny, I think we ought to keep an open mind about this. Granny ignored him.
Come on, Jed.
Let's pack up and get back to the hills. Jed made one last attempt. At least let Ellie meet the boys. She might cotton to one of them. Granny finally agreed. All right. I have got a completely open mind about it. Of course, let's have Ellie Mae meet the college boys. Jed smiled.
Good.
Granny added, and as quick as she's met them, let's head for the hills. Soon, Jethro arrived with his new friends. Wow, this is a gloomy place, one of them said. Jed looked at the young man. Jed Brown. He is a college student? Jethro introduced him. Yes, sir. Fetched him right off the campus. Oh, this here is my Uncle Jed. Jed nodded.
Howdy.
The student replied, hey, man.
How are you?
Jethro introduced another. This here is Mitch. He has been to 12 colleges. Jed was impressed. It is a dandy record. What all did you study? Mitch laughed.
Study?
They don't study. They protest. Jed asked, what do they protest? Mitch replied, everything. You name it, they protest it. They march up and down in front of the college holding signs. Jed turned to Jethro. Well, how about you? Ain't you learning nothing? Jethro beamed. Oh yeah, I am carrying 3 subjects. Jed was pleased. Oh, good, good. What are they? Jethro listed them. Down with the dean, down with the faculty, and down with the regents. Jed asked, you walk around carrying signs too, huh? Jethro confirmed, yeah. That is what college is all about. Jed asked, well, don't you go inside at all? Jethro explained, starting tomorrow, I do. They's going to let me bust down the dean's door and tie him up. Jed was puzzled. Why are you going to do that? Jethro used the big words he had learned. Because I am part of the academic revolution. I am fighting for intellectual freedom. I am throwing off the shackles of the economic power structure and putting down you corporate entities and conglomerates. I have done solve my identity problem. I know where I am going and who I am. I am free to make up my own mind and do my own thing. Jed asked simply, and what is that? Jethro paused. They ain't told me yet. Jed turned to the others. I got a couple of things to tell you. Just then, Granny called out from another room. Dad. Dad. Jed answered, yeah, Granny? Granny asked, is that fine young college student you was bragging on here yet? Jed cautioned the boys. Stay where you are. I will be right there. Mitch caught sight of someone. Man, is that the chick you were telling me about? Jethro pointed. Oh, yeah. That is my cousin Ellie. Mitch walked over. Hi, Ellie. I would like you to meet these 3 guys. One of them corrected him. 2 guys. I am a girl. Mitch looked confused. Really? The girl nodded. Yeah. Mitch smiled. Yeah, well, you want to swing? Ellie smiled back. Cool. Okay, let's split. Mitch remarked, at last, a meaningful relationship. He turned to Ellie. Hey, would you like to go to college? Ellie replied, well, yes, sir, I reckon so. Mitch led the way. Come on, if we hurry we can get there in time for the 12 o'clock cafeteria break. Ellie was curious. Really? Mitch explained, yeah, 12 o'clock we're going to break the cafeteria. Jethro shouted, hey, wait for me. I will help you break it, but let's eat first. Back in the main room, Mr. Drysdale had arrived. Mr. Grimes. Granny walked in. Oh, Granny, you are still here. She grabbed him in a hug. Put me down, Mr. Grimes. What's the matter with you? Drysdale smiled. Oh, I am so happy to see you. I love you. Miss Jane added. She was afraid you had gone back to the hills to find the family beauty a husband. Granny corrected her. I ain't looking for no husband. Now put me down. Look, it is only me we are wanting to find a husband for. Did you fetch over the money? Drysdale stammered. Money? Granny repeated, our $85 million. Where is it? Drysdale made an excuse. What? You can't withdraw any money today, you see. The bank is closed. Granny didn't believe it. Well, you better come into the kitchen and explain that to Jim. Drysdale whispered to Miss Jane, if the bank is not closed, if they withdraw $85 million, it will be. They entered the kitchen to find Jed. Jim. Granny shouted. Not another bowl of cereal. Jed sighed. That's right. Not another bowl of cereal. He looked toward the door. All right, Herman. Come and get it. Drysdale tried to sound casual. Oh, Mr. Clampett. What's this ugly rumor about you going back to the hills? Jed shrugged. Oh, I wouldn't exactly call it ugly. And we have taken our money with us. Drysdale winced. That's the ugly part. Why? Oh, I mean, there's a terrible risk involved. You might be held up and robbed. Jed asked, you think so? Drysdale pointed to Miss Jane. Only this morning, Miss Hathaway disarmed a desperate man right here in this neighborhood. Jed was surprised. Really? Drysdale continued, threw him down, took his knife away from him as he was headed for your house. Jed asked, is that true? Miss Jane nodded. Terrible man. The moment his weapon was gone, he turned into a sniveling, whimpering cur. Jed offered a seat. You must be plumb tuckered, Miss Jane. Sit down. Miss Jane sat. Well, I did work up a bit of an appetite. Do you mind if I have a bowl of cereal? Jed gestured. Help yourself. And lots of luck. Granny grumbled. I will get you a bowl, Miss Jane. I am glad to see somebody else getting some cereal. Ted has been stuffing himself all morning. Drysdale sat next to Jed. Mr. Clabber, let's sit down and talk this over. Jed shook his head. Well, I am pretty well set on going back home, Mr. Drysdale. Drysdale pleaded, oh, Mr. Clabber, do you want that beautiful, sweet daughter of yours to marry some barefoot, ragged, slovenly, unwashed clod? Jed replied, no, sir. That's the reason I want to go home. I want to get her away from them college boys. Drysdale was confused. College boys? Miss Jane added, I didn't think Jethro could qualify for college. Jed explained, oh, yeah, he can march and protest with the best of them. Here's him science hiring anybody. Drysdale continued his plea. Mr. Clabber, please stay here. There's no guarantee that you will find a husband for Ellie back in the hills. Granny chimed in. If Big Mouth Bradshaw can get a man, Ellie can get a dozen of them. I kind of think we ought to give it a try. There's some mighty fine boys back around Bug Tussle, Silver Dollar City. Besides, we is lonesome for the hills. Mighty pretty back there this time of the year, and leaves turning. Drysdale asked, well, you will come back right away, won't you? Jed started thinking about the seasons. I'd kind of like to do a little trout fishing with old Jim Owen. He knows where them big rascals hide out. Granny added, and you can go hunting and get me a brace of wild turkeys for Thanksgiving. Drysdale repeated, Thanksgiving? Jed nodded. The best hunting is right after the first snowfall. Granny smiled. Oh, Jed, let's stay for a white Christmas. Drysdale asked, Christmas? Jed continued his daydream. You know, my favorite time of year back home is when the dogwood blooms in the spring. Drysdale asked, Spring? Granny added, it is hard to be summer in them cool woods. Drysdale calculated, summer? I bet that makes a whole year. Jed nodded. That's right. Time sure flies in the hills. Granny agreed. Yeah, a year would only tease us. Let's just stay there. Ellie Mae walked in wearing strange clothes. Hi, everybody. Look, Pa. I am a college girl now. Jed asked, where have you been? Ellie answered, been in a protest march out to college. Don't draft me. Jed pointed to her sign. Where did you get that? Ellie explained, well, I didn't have a sign to carry, so I took this away from a felt. Jed looked at her outfit. What happened to your pretty dress? Ellie said, well, I traded it for these groovy threads that I got at the camp of Slop Shop. Miss Jane corrected her. Slop Shop? I think she means swap shop. Granny grabbed Ellie's arm. Come with me. Ellie asked, where are we going? Granny answered, back home to the hills. You are going to beat Big Mount Bradshaw to the altar. Jethro entered the room with a swagger. Hey, soul cousin. Did Ellie tell you about the raid on the college cafeteria? Wipe them out. Ain't got a bit of food left. Drysdale was worried. It sounds like a mob. How many were there? Jethro smiled. Just me. That college life is a gas. I mean, that's where it is happening. Jed looked at him skeptically. Don't sound like you are happening to learn much. Jethro laughed. Not true, old-timer. We is learning the 3 R's. Rioting, raiding, and ransacking. Poor old cat just don't dig. He's so far out, it is pitiful. I mean, come on, Dad. Like, get with it. Swing a little, Pops. Lay some skin on me. Jed stood up slowly. You know, I might just do that. Drysdale looked at Jed. Bless his sweet old heart. Miss Jane added. Or just to a different drummer. Jed spoke to the room. I ain't blaming you all, folks. It is the generation gap. But I gotta do what I gotta do. Jethro added, I am tuned in, turned on, and toned up. Granny pointed to the stairs. Well, tune out, turn on. And pack up. We're going home. Jethro stopped. Is he kidding? I ain't going back to the hills. I am a college man. I am gonna stay right here where I got intellectual freedom. Drysdale saw an opportunity. You are absolutely right, Jethro. You don't want to be a college dropout. Jethro agreed. I sure don't. College is fun. There's lots of fellas and lots of girls. And quick as I can learn to tell them apart, it is going to be a lot more fun. Jed turned to the bags. Oh, there you are, boy. Let's get these bags on the truck. Granny urged them. Say now, you hurry and pack while I put up some lunch for the road. Jethro repeated firmly, I ain't going, Granny. Granny froze. What did you say? Jethro explained, I ain't going back to the hills. I want to stay right here and pursue my education. Granny looked at the others in despair. Well, gee whiz, Jethro. If you don't drive the truck, then can't none of us go. Drysdale tried to sound disappointed. What's this? Not going back to the hills? Oh, what a shame. He looked at Miss Jane. Just hide away. Let's give the carpets a hand. Get these bags upstairs and then pack. Jed asked Jethro, have you given us any thought? Jethro answered, yes, sir. Talk the whole thing over with Mr. Drysdale. I am going to be a college graduate just like him and hold down a white-collar job. Jed looked at him. Is that so? Jethro continued, yes, sir. I don't aim to work with my hands, plowing fields and busting stumps. I am going to use my head. Jed turned to the banker. You go along with this, do you, Mr. Drysdale? Drysdale stood tall. Mr. Clappett, honesty demands that I reply in the affirmative. This fine boy has a great potential. I am proud of him. I believe in him. Oh, I only wish I had a boy just like him. Jed smiled. You got him. Drysdale blinked. What? Jed finalized the plan. We are going to leave this fine boy with great potential with you. Miss Jane, could you drive us to the airport and get us on a plane to home? Miss Jane nodded. Yes, I guess so. Jed turned to his mother-in-law. Come on, Granny. Let's go. Drysdale realized what had happened. Now, just a minute. I didn't mean anything. Jethro hugged Drysdale. Mr. Drysdale, let him go. Or can I call you Dad? Drysdale looked defeated. Nuts. Jethro laughed. Okay. Come on, Nuts. You can fix victuals for me and the critters whilst we talk about my great potential. As the Clampetts prepared for their next journey, the television in the background announced, a whole day of killer thrillers. Whatever you do, don't laugh. I hate that. The Matlock Movie Marathon. Tomorrow, starting at 1 on the Hallmark Channel. I will come back now. The Beverly Hillbillies, a new chapter in the hills. Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. He was a poor mountaineer who barely kept his family fed through the leanest of times. And then one day, while he was out hunting and shooting at some food to put on the table, something miraculous happened. Up through the ground came a bubbling crude. Oil, that is. Some call it black gold, while others know it as Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed is a millionaire. The kinfolk gathered around and said that Jed must move away from there. They all said that California is the place he ought to be. So, they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools and movie stars became their new reality. They were the Beverly Hillbillies. One morning, the household was in an absolute state of frenzy. Granny was convinced that a mountain lion was at Jethro. She turned to Jed with wide, fearful eyes and said that if he were to tell her that Jethro had had a mountain lion encounter, she would tell him it was the absolute truth. She explained that she had sent Jethro to the roof cellar, and when he did not come back, she went to see what was keeping him. There she stood, frozen in place, as she saw a great big mountain lion licking his chops. According to her, the beast had her baby boy right out from under his arm. Jed looked out toward the driveway and asked if the truck was gone. Granny snapped back that mountain lions do not eat trucks because they're flesh eaters. Jed calmly replied that he knew that, but he figured if the truck was gone, that might tell them what happened to Jethro. Granny would have none of it. She insisted that she told him what happened and that Jethro was bit by a mountain lion in the roof cellar. She demanded to know if Jed was going to get his gun and shoot the creature before it ate the rest of the family. Jed peered toward the dark opening and noted that it was kind of dark in that roof cellar. He suggested that what she had seen might not have been a mountain lion at all. Granny was adamant. She told him she had seen him and that there was a wild violet in the roof cellar. Jed reminded her that they had been out there in Beverly Hills for going on 8 years. He pointed out that the wildest thing they had seen yet was that movie star who lived down the street. Granny asked which one he meant, and Jed described the one with the long blonde hair, who wears those wild clothes and jewelry and walks with a wiggle. He told her she knew the fellow. Granny did not care about movie stars. She repeated that there was a mountain lion in her roof cellar and asked if he was going to shoot him or if she had to do it herself. Jed, always a man of simple priorities, said that as quick as he had his cereal, he would take a look. Granny was appalled. She asked how he could sit there eating cereal at a time like this. Jed admitted that it was not easy, especially with the thought of a varmint eating his kinfolks and Jethro. Then a new worry struck. Granny asked where Ellie was, wondering if the mountain lion had eaten her too. She had sent Ellie out to get the morning mail. Jed told her to sit down and get a hold of herself. Just then, Ellie walked in with the mail and greeted her father. Jed thanked her, and Granny immediately told her to run and fetch her father's gun because he was going to shoot that mountain lion in the roof cellar. Ellie looked confused and said she was not going to shoot Herman. When the family asked who Herman was, she explained that she had gotten him yesterday at the animal farm and that he was her new pet. Granny cried out that he was some pet, considering he ate her cousin Jethro. Ellie defended her pet, saying Herman would not do that. Granny insisted he did, and that Jed was fixing to shoot him. Ellie pleaded with her father not to do it. Jed, feeling the pressure of family duty, told her to do what she had to do. But Kinfox came ahead of Herman. Ellie stood her ground, and Jed finally admitted that the only thing he was not going to do for sure was eat his cereal. He decided to give the cereal to Herman instead. Ellie called for Herman to come get his breakfast. Granny jumped back, declaring she would bring no man-eating beast in there. Ellie assured her there was no man-eating beast, and Jethro suddenly appeared, looking quite intact. Granny yelled for Ellie to get that vicious killer out of her kitchen. Ellie and Herman left, and Granny felt vindicated, saying she told them she had seen a man-eating beast. Jed smiled and said that if she would fetch him another bowl, she would see a man eating cereal. As they sat, Jed noticed they had received the latest copy of the Silver Dollar City News. Granny asked who sent it, but Jed said it did not say. He looked at the paper and exclaimed that Alverna Bradshaw's daughter was getting married. Granny was shocked, asking if the homeliest girl in the hills had actually found herself a fellow. Jed confirmed it was there in black and white. Granny realized the gravity of the situation. She told Jed he had to get Ellie Mae married right away because Big Mouth Bradshaw was 2 days younger than Ellie. If she got married before Jed's daughter, the family would be disgraced. Jed did not think Ellie would mind, and he doubted Jethro would care as long as they had food. But Granny was serious. She insisted they take Ellie back to the hills to find a husband because that was where the men were the marrying kind. She told Jed to go next door and ask Mr. Drysdale if he would keep an eye on the place. Meanwhile, Jethro returned from his first day at college. He was excited, saying he had fallen in with a college crowd that made him realize how much he had been missing. Even though he had graduated 6th grade, he felt there was more to learn. Jed asked if any of those college fellows were unmarried. Jethro said they all were, as far as he knew. Jed suggested he fetch home a whole bunch of them, so Ellie could take her pick. Over at the bank, Milburn Drysdale was busy with international finance. He was buying $5 million in bullion and preparing to invest $85 million. When Miss Jane Hathaway came in to tell him the Clampetts were going on a trip and wanted him to watch the house and critters, he initially refused. He claimed he was an international financier, not a zookeeper. However, when he realized the $85 million he was investing was actually their money, he changed his tune. He panicked at the thought of them taking their money back to the hills. He rushed over to the Clampett house, trying to stop them. He even considered puncturing the tires on their truck to keep them from leaving. Inside, Jed told Granny they might not have to go back because Jethro was bringing home college boys. But the boys Jethro brought were not what they expected. One student named Mitch explained that they did not study. They protested everything. He was part of an academic revolution, fighting for intellectual freedom and putting down corporate entities. When Ellie appeared in her new groovy threads she got at a swap shop, the college boys were impressed, but Granny was not. Jethro announced he was a college man now and did not want to go back to the hills to plow fields. He wanted a white-collar job and intellectual freedom. Jed decided to leave Jethro with Mr. Drysdale to pursue his education. The family began to pack. Mr. Drysdale was heartbroken to lose the account, but Jed was firm. They were going back to God's country, where the dogwood blooms in the spring and the air is fresh. As they prepared to leave, Jethro stayed behind with his new mentor, Mr. Drysdale, ready to face the world of higher learning, while the rest of the clan set their sights on the familiar trails of home. It was time for a new adventure, leaving the swimming pools and movie stars behind for the simple peace of the hills. The journey to the hills. Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. He was a poor mountaineer who barely kept his family fed through his hard work and dedication to the land. And then one day, while he was out in the wild shooting at some food to bring home to his kin, something incredible happened. Up through the ground come a bubbling crude.
Oil, that is.
Some call it black gold or Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed is a millionaire. The news spread fast, and the kinfolk said, "Jed, move away from there." They told him that California is the place he ought to be. So, they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. They found themselves surrounded by swimming pools and movie stars. They became the Beverly Hillbillies. The sun was shining over the mansion when a sudden cry echoed through the halls. Granny was in a state of high alarm, shouting that a mountain lion was at Jethro. She turned to Jed with wide eyes and said, "Granny, if you was to tell me that Jethro had a mountain lion, I tell you it is true." She explained that she had sent Jethro to the roof cellar, and when he did not come back, she went to see what was keeping him. There stood a great big mountain lion licking his chops, and it appeared he had her baby boy right out from under his arm. Jed looked out the window and asked if the truck was gone. Granny snapped back that mountain lions do not eat trucks because they eat flesh eaters. Jed calmly remarked that if the truck was gone, that might tell them what happened to Jethro. Granny insisted she already told him what happened, claiming he was bit by a mountain lion in the roof cellar. She demanded Jed get his gun and shoot it before it ate the rest of the family. Jed remained skeptical because it was dark in that roof cellar, and what she had seen might not have been a mountain lion at all. Granny was adamant, claiming there was a wild, violent beast in the roof cellar. Jed pointed out that they had been out there in Beverly Hills for going on 8 years, and the wildest thing they had seen yet was that movie star who lived down the street. When Granny asked which one, Jed described the one with the long blonde hair, who wears them wild clothes and jewelry and walks with a wiggle. Granny ignored the talk of neighbors and insisted there was a mountain lion in her roof cellar, asking if he was going to shoot it or if she had to do it herself. Jed decided that as quick as he had his cereal, he would take a look. Granny could not believe he was sitting there eating cereal at a time like this, to which Jed replied that it was not easy. Granny fretted that the beast was eating their kinfolks and Jethro. She then wondered where Ellie was, thinking maybe the mountain lion ate her too. Jed reminded her that he had sent Ellie out to get the morning mail and told Granny to sit down and get a hold of herself. Just then, Ellie walked in with the mail. Jed greeted her, and Granny immediately told her to run and fetch her father's gun so he could shoot the mountain lion in the roof cellar. Ellie surprised them both by saying she was not going to shoot Herman. When they asked who Herman was, she explained she got him yesterday at the animal farm and he was her new pet. Granny cried out that he was a beast that ate her cousin Jethro, but Ellie insisted Herman would not do that. Jed told Ellie to do what she had to do because kinfolks comes ahead of Herman. However, Ellie pleaded with him not to, and Jed realized the only thing he was not going to do for sure was eat his cereal. He decided to give it to Herman instead, who apparently loved it. Ellie called for Herman to come get his breakfast, but Granny was not having it, declaring she would bring no man-eating beast in there. Ellie tried to explain there was no man-eating beast, but Granny insisted that the vicious killer be taken out of her kitchen. As Ellie and Herman left, Granny felt vindicated in her fear. Jed suggested that if she fetched him another bowl, she would see a man eating cereal. While eating, they noticed the mail included the latest copy of the Silver Dollar City News. Jed read the news and told them to guess who was getting married. It was the daughter of Alverna Bradshaw, also known as Big Mouth Bradshaw. Granny was shocked that the homiest girl in the hills had got herself a fella. She did not believe it until she saw it in black and white. This news struck a chord with Granny. She realized that if Big Mouth Bradshaw's daughter, who was 2 days younger than Ellie, got married first, Ellie would be disgraced and die of shame. Jed did not think it would bother Ellie, and he doubted Jethro would care as long as there were victuals to eat. But Granny insisted it was no joking matter. She decided they had to take Ellie back to the hills and get her married right away, because that is where the men are the marrying kind. Jed wanted to finish his breakfast first, but Granny pushed him to settle the matter now. She told him to go next door and ask Mr. Drysdale if he would keep an eye on the place while they were gone. Just then, Jethro arrived, and Jed asked where he had been. Jethro proudly announced he had been to college. It was his first day, and he had fallen in with a college crowd that made him realize how much he had been missing. Even though he had graduated 6th grade, he felt there was more to learn. Jed was proud and asked if any of those college fellas were unmarried. Jethro said all of them were as far as he knew, and Jed asked if he could fetch some home to meet Ellie. Jethro agreed to fetch a whole bunch of them so she could take her pick. Jed felt dandy about this plan and finished the last bowl of cereal. Meanwhile, at the bank, Milburn Drysdale was busy with international deals, talking about buying $5 million in bullion